Bada boom. There we go. Hi. Oh, that's a placeholder question. You can ignore that question. So the next hour is brought to you by Madrinas Coffee. Just so you know, you guys could use code TOAST at checkout. Go to madrinascoffee.com. I think that's the website. And if you want to buy my brand new DisguisedToast French toast coffee flavor, you can do so and get 30% off today. Usually it's 20% off, but today we're doing 30% off. So without further ado, let's answer some questions. The better your question, the higher the chances of me answering it. If you ask a dumb question or if you spam a question, I will ban you. If you ask a question twice and I don't read it, chances are I read it and I thought, you know what, this question is kind of bad, so I'm not going to answer it. It's not because I didn't see it. Trust me, there's a really good chance I saw it. I just don't want to answer it. Okay? Bada boom, bada bing. Let me get my thing here to make sure I can see the questions. Wow, there's already 6 questions from purchasers. You guys are fast on that one. Okay, let's see. First question from Ernesto. What do you regret not doing in your streaming career? Damn, Ernesto, that's a long-ass question. Actually, no, it's pretty short. I saw the text go off screen, so I was like, that's a lot of question, but... Okay, all right. What do I regret not doing in my streaming career? I really wished that I was on Twitch when Among Us popped off. Now, that's maybe like, oh, I regret signing with Facebook. I don't regret signing with Facebook at all. I think at the time it was still the right choice, but I wish I was on Twitch because it was the biggest game in the world by a huge margin. And I was the biggest content creator for it, streaming wise. But I got severely hampered because I was on a platform that not a lot of viewers used. So I think I could have hit 50, 60K during like the peak phase with the potential to hit 100K during the insane collab lobbies. But we'll never know, right? Like, I could be just huffing copium and hopium, but if there's, yeah, that's the one thing I wish was different. But who knows if I would have played Among Us if I wasn't on Facebook, right? Maybe I would still be grinding TFT. But yeah, it's not a regret in the sense like I had no choice over that. I couldn't predict it. I just wish I was on Twitch for that. Because if I can get 20K on Facebook, and I think the conversion rate is definitely more than 5x when you go from Facebook to Twitch. Who knows? Who knows, right? Who knows? But that is a different world. Next question. How has your day been so far from Joss? Joss, how has your day been? You're lucky you didn't put your Twitch username here because I would have banned you already. Don't ask about my day. Okay? Because if I answer that question, I'm going to have to answer it every time someone comes in and asks. Because a lot of new viewers come in during the middle of the stream. If I answer every time someone asks me how my day was, I'm going to be answering that question all day long. So I just make it a point to never answer that question. But because you pay $20 to order coffee and have your question asked, I have to answer it. It's good. To answer your question, Joss. Next question. What should the viewers do when watching this video? James, what does that mean? What do you mean what you should do? Yeah. What you want me to tell you what you should do when watching my stream? Well, I mean, let's rephrase the question. How would I like you guys to enjoy my content? I think I would like it if you guys just watch me when I'm doing interesting things and don't watch me when I'm not doing interesting things. Don't watch me because, oh, it's Toast, I want to support him and I've been watching him for like 2 years or 3 years. Because one of my pet peeves are streamers that don't innovate and just do the same thing over and over again and rely on their loyal fan base, their family, their community to always watch them, always support them, always sub, always buy their merch. I don't like that. I like getting support when I'm doing something good, and I like people not watching me when I do something bad because it's the best way for me to know what's working. I don't like communities built on the fam or the loyalty. Personally, just because I like actions the most. Like that's the best way to know if I'm like making good content. Yeah. Toast, I don't watch you play Valo. You know what? That's fine. Because when I play Valo, I think to myself, I don't know if I like streaming Valo. Because I'm just so focused on the game. I think like when I do solo queue Valo, it's good content. Because it forces me to like be interactive with my viewers or with the players I'm in the lobby with. But when I'm playing Valo in a 5-stack, like I love my friends. But it's just, I know exactly what to expect. I know exactly how everyone plays. I know the jokes they're going to make. I know the banter we're going to have. So a lot of time I just don't say anything. So yeah, there you go, James. Next. What would you recommend someone do if they have no idea what to do with their life? Maggie. Oh wow, you just want me to. Wow, that's tough. That's tough. Well, like it might, like I'm someone who is built different. But I think a lot of people also think they are built different. I think a lot of streamers get into streaming thinking they're built different, right? It's like, if I just had the chance, if I just got the exposure I needed, I would be the best streamer in the world kind of deal. And there are people who just feel like they're going to be a cog in the machine. Not too many people, but I'd be curious because I've met people and I asked them, like, do you think you're meant for something more? And a lot of people, some people would answer like, no, I think I'm just going to be like low key throughout my life. And I think some people like think, yeah, I'm going to make it in this world. So I don't know what the ratio is. But I'm someone who genuinely like have main character thinking. Like everyone around me is either are supporting characters kind of deal, right? Which is not the case. I know that. But you kind of have to think like that if you want to do something, you know. Like Elon Musk probably has the biggest ego in the world. He probably thinks of himself as a real life Tony Stark, right? He's not. But he thinks of himself like that. And I think people who do like a lot of big things or impactful things have this belief that they're the main character. But I would say 99% of them are just gonna realize, oh wait, I don't have that ability, or I don't have the right attitude. It's like every streamer on Twitch, like 90% of them. Like you scroll down to the one viewer Andy, the five viewer Andy, like they think, oh, they're gonna make it, right? All the people moving to LA to be a star, they all think they're gonna make it. So I guess the biggest question for me is like, to you, Maggie, like, do you have that kind of main character energy? Do you think like that, or do you just want to like get a good job, get a good husband or a wife or a lifelong partner, and be happy with that? But just know, I didn't know. Once I graduated from university, I dropped out of my program from a 4-year degree to a 3-year degree and got a shitty 3-year degree that isn't actually real. I was panicking a little bit, but I assume you're young. It might seem like such a long time, right? Oh, I had to be held back 1 year, or I have to be held back 2 years, but you're gonna be on this earth hopefully for 80 years plus, right? I would say don't be freaked out if you spend 1 year trying to figure out what you want to do. I think traditional education is kind of a scam. I think the idea that you have to go to class, go to every lecture, and do every homework and get high grades is a bit of a trap. Yes, it does teach you how to be like punctual, but it's definitely better to get life experiences, right? Like if you're imagine yourself as a supervisor at a company and you get job applications. Are you gonna want to hire the guy, the nerd that shows up? Yeah, I got 100 and everything. And I ask him, so do you do any sports? Do you do any clubs? Do you do any social activities? And he's like, no, no. Do you have any projects? No, I just got 100 on my test. Versus the person that shows up and maybe they have 70 on their scores. And I talk to them and they're like really personable. They know how to socialize. They know how to like be agreeable and diffuse stressful situation. I'm going to ask myself, well, who do I prefer to work with? Right? So I think a lot of students just worry about grades a lot. And I'm not telling you guys to slack off, but I failed 90% of my university classes in college. And the only ones I passed are the ones I cheated by copying the assignments of my friends. So biggest thing is just, try and figure it out. I know that's not helpful, like just figure it out, but the most important thing is don't force yourself into a path that you're not comfortable with. Because that's what happens to a lot of people. They're like, I'm 1 year into this degree that I don't want to get anymore, but fuck it, I already paid my tuition, so instead of wasting 1 year of my time, I'm gonna waste 4 years of my time. Next question. If you could make a game, what type of game would you make? At this point, probably an Among Us clone, because it would fit perfectly with my brand. I would be a great marketer because my audience would be interested in it. And it's because I understand all the shortcomings of a social deduction game because I played 100,000 games of Among Us. Thank you, Jessica. Okay, I don't know if this is the same Jessica or another Jessica, but this one says, wow, thanks, Toast. Now I can finally drink this at work and stay laxative all day, like a laxative toast commercial. Not really a question, more of a statement, but thank you. Oh my god. Where do you think you'll be right now if you never played Among Us? Do you think you'll be as big as you are right now? From Sukuyo. Sukiyo? Sukuyo? I don't know. Probably still playing card games. I definitely do not think I would be as big as I am right now. Among Us launched me from just like a strategy game player to being an icon of a generation. So, no, I do not think I would be as big as I am right now. Do you think we'll ever see TFT content on your YouTube channel again? No. And I know, like, this is the problem, right? When you become an icon of a generation, you just don't have time to make content for niche games anymore. Like, I played TFT like yesterday with Albert, and it's a good game. But I just lost interest in it and like making content for it. Because I could just use that time and make content for other games that I enjoy playing as well. But I understand why you would want TFT content from me, because since I've been gone, there has been no TFT content creator that can match my style and energy and entertainment and handsomeness. So I sympathize with your plight, and I wish I could help you, but I can't. But thank you for the compliment. Oh my god, people. These are long ass questions. Best advice for 20-year-olds who don't know what to do and highly unmotivated in life, like super ambitious with lots of ideas but lack of motivation and confidence to hit them. From Catherine Ann. Ambitious and lots of idea but no motivation or confidence. What I like to do is set time frames. I've said this before. It's like, if I want to get physically fit, I set a date where I'm going to become topless for whatever reason. So, if you're in high school and you're going to go to college, guess what? There's going to be 3 months of summer. You want to show up to university jacked? Well, that's your time frame. It's 3 months. So a lot of people try and think in the immediacy, like, oh, I really want to do something. What can I do right now? But, most people have these thoughts at 1 a.m. at night in their bed or in the shower. And when you wake up in the morning, and you're going to be like, yeah, no, I don't really want to do that thing I thought about. But then it's 1 a.m. at night again. It's like, God, I wish I was doing something with my life. To start tomorrow, I'm gonna be super motivated. I'm gonna start that project I'm gonna work on, and then it's tomorrow. And it's like, oh, but I'm kind of tired now. I'm kind of tired though. Think about the way I do it is I think about all the people I'm gonna impress when the time comes, right? Like when it came time for me to. The biggest motivator for when I was trying to lose weight was knowing when I would be back on Twitch. I mean, no offense, Facebook, but I knew that a huge portion of my audience weren't watching me when I was on Facebook. And I thought, okay, there's a high chance in 8 months' time I'm going to sign with Twitch again. Do I want to sign coming back looking exactly the same as I was? A bald, slightly overweight Asian guy that just plays strategy game? Or do I want to come back as, a K-pop e-boy wannabe? And I said, all right, I'm going to come back as a K-pop e-boy wannabe. And I know there's 8 months. I know the reaction is going to be great. And that's how I kept myself on track for 8 months. So set a date for yourself, right? Something not too short, but not too long. 4 months is usually a good time. Like, what do you want to achieve in 4 months? And you think about all the praises. And don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone about this secret project you're undertaking. If you tell them, you're not going to want to do it. Because they're going to be like, wow, that's great for you. I'm excited to see that. That's pressure. That's expectations. You can't surpass expectations if you set them high already. So don't say anything. Shut the fuck up. Just secretly do this project by yourself. Don't tell anyone so that in 4 months' time you can surprise your friends, the world, your boss, your coworker, whoever, the girl you're after. That's a great motivators if you're a guy, girls, because most of you, some of you think with your other head. You wanna go to college and get a girlfriend because you haven't touched a girl in your entire year of entire 4 years of high school. That's me, by the way. Get in decent physical shape, learn how to take care of yourself, understand the basic dynamic of conversation, or become a famous streamer. Like, no lie, I kind of became a famous streamer because I had a hard time making friends. It's like, hey, if you're popular, people are gonna want to talk to you anyway, which is true now. I learned that from The Great Gatsby. I read The Great Gatsby. Oh, Myung. Hello, Myung. Thank you for the raid. I told Myung this. She asked me. We were playing a game where we asked each other questions, and she asked me, "What's a book that had a big impact on you?" And I said, "Great Gatsby," because in that book, there's this dude who gets turned down by a girl because she said, like, yeah, you're great and all, but you're poor and have no status. And he went to the army, started a business, came back 20 years later, mega Chad, rich, and be like, yo, what's up, girl? So I kind of had that thought. Except in my case, after 2 years, I kind of lost interest in this girl. But when I was into this girl, I'm like, I'm gonna become a mega Chad. I'm gonna become rich, and I did become rich in a mega Chad. But by then, it's been 7 years. So I did not hit her up. Not everyone can be somebody. And a lot of people who want to be somebody don't end up being anybody. But if you do want to be somebody, you gotta want to be somebody. I know it sounds stupid, but I always encourage people to chase your dreams, right? Go be somebody. If you want to be somebody, go be somebody, right? You need that drive. And I want all of you to want to be somebody. And not everyone wants to be somebody, I had friends in college that were just happy being an accountant. They were resigned to a life of being an accountant. And that makes them happy, and there's nothing wrong with that. But when I hear stuff like that, I'm someone who thinks why? You got one shot at life, right? Do you want to be an accountant in your one very precious life? And if so, that is good for you. I can't be okay with that. I want to be somebody. And even now in my position, if I was to die tomorrow for whatever reason, and I would die thinking wait, no, this doesn't make sense. I'm supposed to be somebody. I was supposed to change the world. This was not my destiny. The idea of dying without having a bigger impact on the world is very hard for me to be at peace with, right? Like I'd be like, the script is wrong. No. Someone messed up somewhere. I wasn't supposed to die. I'm supposed to change the world, have statues of me built, and then die, right? But yeah, no, I'm curious to know if like Chad, you guys think like that. Do a lot of you feel like you're the main character of a story? Not everyone's story. You're not gonna be the main character in everyone's story, but do you feel like, hey, I'm here on this earth for a reason. It's to like make something happen, right? To have achievements. But yeah, that's the way I think. And I do encourage people to think like that. Not to a point where you sell all your belongings and move to LA to be an actor, but more like, hey, you have one life. You got one shot at it. Are you doing what you want to be doing? I ask that to my friends all the time. Like I ask it to Lily and Scara and Yvonne, and I say, are you doing what you want to be doing? Like, are you? Because why aren't you if you're not? And if you aren't, then that's great. So ask yourself, are you doing what you want to be doing? Woo, that was a long one. Okay, there's way too much questions. There's like 25 questions. 25 of you bought my coffee and asked questions. So I'm going to try and do this a little faster. You said after the Streamer Awards you were demotivated. How do you feel now? What? Huh? I feel like I would answer I would be more motivated. No, I feel pretty good. I try not to go too hard on just like right now there's nothing fun for me to stream, so I just mostly do just chatting, and I have fun with that. Like I have fun doing the quizzes, the anime intro quizzes. Those are more fun to me. I think I've been through the whole like, oh, I need to stream, so I need to figure out what to stream. So I'm just gonna stream TFT phase. But I've been good. I'm planning events. They take a long time. So yeah. Motivated. I want to do bigger events now. I want to maximize my time. And streaming TFT, streaming Hearthstone, streaming Valorant is probably the least efficient use of my time when it comes to making like cool things happen. Would you consider doing a boxing event, and who would be a good opponent for you? I would consider it. Probably Saikuno. Because I think he's 1 inch taller than me. And we are similarly built. But I don't think I want to punch my good friend Saikuno. Or would I? I don't know. Anyone who's like 5'7" would be good. I don't know. Who's 5'7" in scene? Ludwig? But Ludwig is significantly heavier than me. Not because he's fat or anything. It's because he's got more muscles. Like, it would be a weight difference. Mizkiff? I don't think Mizkiff would be willing to fight me, though. This person just asked, why copium? I don't know what you mean by that. I don't. What do you mean? Why copium? Thank you for ordering my coffee. Maybe I said copium earlier on, but my memory's not so good, so I don't remember. I have no question, but I like coffee, but want you to know that you make me laugh, and I appreciate you very much, Anonymous. Thank you. Do you have an estimate for your merch drop? Because that's where it looks dope. No, I really should, because like it's pretty much all done. Honestly, I could sell just a hoodie, and I'm kind of feeling that, but some guys the people I work with, like, oh, you should have a t-shirt in there. But at this point, I'm like, my favorite piece is the hoodie, and the pants is super comfortable. Lily swiped one of my pants from the OTB house because we have like a few samples, and we were talking. She's like, yeah, man, these pants are really good. I'm like, what are you talking about? And she showed me she was wearing my pants. I'm like, I did not give that to you. Why do you have my pants? So I like the pants a lot as well. So I might just sell the hoodie and the pants. What is one project you would love to work on if money wasn't an issue? Charity stuff. Charity stuff in a way that makes me look good. And I know that's superficial, but hey, doing good for selfish reason is better than not doing good. Like, I kind of want to be like Drake in that music video where he goes around handing stacks of cash to like people in need. Except his is super, you know. I mean, they planned that shit. No offense, Drake. But I want to do that, right? I want to be charitable on a personal level. Not a, hey, I'm going to start a soup kitchen kind of deal, which is probably more good in the grand scheme of things, starting a soup kitchen. I'm more of a, I'm walking down the street, this little girl is crying. Yo, $1,000 in your hand, little girl. Yeah. Disneyland. Some kid at the entrance, like, man, I really want this Spider-Man toy, but I can't buy it. Boom, Spider-Man toy. That kind of situation. Walking down the street over here. Yeah, I want to be a streamer, but you know, my mother's medical bill is too high, so I can't buy a new PC. Boom, brand new PC. But it's all filmed so that I can put it on YouTube and monetize it, right? I always talk about this. I want to monetize the act of charity. So, but like even my I gave these couple of girls some plushies because I just happened to be in a toy store filming a separate video, and I hear them, hey, can we can't afford these plushies, and I just bought it for them, and it's like, it's not even caught on camera because I said, please don't film the little kids, and even like showing that off is like, hey, you know, a very cool moment, a very cute moment happened. I still were getting comments like, you know, it's kind of weird that you are sharing this, like you just want attention, and it makes me feel really bad because it was the most authentic, spontaneous act of charity that can be caught on camera, and still people were trying to like attribute it to like selfishness and like planned PR, and like that stuff scares me because I don't want to be someone that exploits people, right? Yeah. Like, I do want to monetize the act of charity in a non-exploitative way, which I know is hard because it happens a lot and I'm super aware of it. But I think people are going to accuse me of being exploitative no matter how I do it. But I do want to do it. So that's what I would love to do. And at the end of the day, no matter how I do it, people are going to say it's not genuine. And yeah, maybe it's not. But I like to think at the end of the day, it's a net positive good. So. If you lived 100 more years but didn't age, what would you do with your time? Albert asked that question. I don't know, man. Dude, I'm gonna live. I don't even know what to do with the next 5 years. I want to figure out how to live forever. if you told me, hey, Toast, hypothetically, if you dedicate 50 years of your life, the next 50 years to figure out immortality, it would be possible, I would drop everything. I would drop everything. I would quit streaming, and I would spend the next 50 years of my life trying to figure out how I can live forever, because I'm someone who wants to live forever. That doesn't sound fun, to live forever. I want to live forever. Or at least I want the option. I want the option to choose not to live forever. Happy Pride Month from Anonymous. Happy Pride Month to you too. If you could only eat one dish for the rest of your life, what would it be and why? My mom's cooking. Sorry, I'm going to go a little faster because this is a lot of questions. Fried rice. Because it's got meat and vegetable and rice. If streaming wasn't an option, what do you think you'd be today? A software engineer or starting my own startup? Because I was one of those startup bros that said, yo, I have a great idea for an app. It's going to be super pog. So most likely involved in the startup scene in San Francisco. Or working as a software engineer at one of the big tech companies. Have you had any new convos with Marvel? No. And I don't think I will. I love Marvel stuff. I've been playing the game, Marvel Snap, but that's about the extent of my interactions with Marvel. And I was thinking to myself, like, hey, I'm probably never gonna do that much stuff with Marvel officially. But the thing I want to be, which is like a superhero in a Marvel movie, why not just try and be a superhero in real life? In the sense that of like helping people out, because you know, I'm in a position of influence. I have some, not a lot, of disposable income, right? Figure out a way to make more money and how to create things or content that helps people, which is the whole charity angle. And yeah, that is one of my long-term dreams that right now I'm not taking any actual steps to making it come true. But it is like, if I can have like it happen with a snap of my finger, I would. Would you get a tattoo? Yes, I've been thinking of one, but you probably won't hear about it because, just like I said earlier, I like to surprise people. I'm not gonna be like, hey, I'm getting a tattoo on this date. Tune into my stream to see my brand new tattoo. I would never do something like that. I would get a tattoo, not talk about it for like months, and then one day people are just gonna see it and be like, what the heck is that, Toast? It's like when I got earrings, right? I didn't say, hey, starting my new stream with my brand new earrings, come check it out to see me with my new earrings. I don't like that. I like doing things in secret and then letting people find out on their own. Maybe I have a tattoo right now. I don't, but I've thought about it. Can you say something to give me motivation to get up and go to the gym when I need it? Think about it like this. How many percent of the population do you think goes to the gym? Like, I would say 10%. Like every day, or 5 days a week. I would say 10% of my friend group goes to the gym on a very regular basis. If you go to the gym 5 days a week, you're making physical like improvements over 90% of your peers. Just like that. Just like that. Because no matter what happens, like they make more money than you, they get more girls than you, they get more guys than you know, whatever. No matter what happens, if you go to the gym on a regular basis, you're physically improving over all of them, right? They're probably going to parties, they're probably drinking alcohol, probably ordering pizza or wings, right? But that's one thing you can hold on to. That's one thing you can feel good about. Is that every day you're improving your physical health. And in 6 months' time, you're going to be in a much better shape than them. And you're going to feel better. Yeah, do it out of spite. Is there someone you hate? Make it a point to become physically stronger than them. So if you ever need to beat them up, you can. Going to the gym is nice because even if you do nothing for the rest of the day, I don't recommend that. Even if you do nothing for the rest of the day, you can go to bed knowing that your physical health was improved. And no one can take that away from you. What made you want to create a coffee flavor with Madrinas? Because I love coffee and they are super nice when it comes to like branding and packaging. Because I think most coffee sponsors would have just had me say, hey, drink this coffee. But Madrina was like, you know what? We'll make it French toast because your name's Toast. And I'm like, that's a little cheesy, but I like it. They did the packaging with my colors because if you look at their other packaging, it's kind of like bright, which is it's fine for the other ones. But I'm like, yo, we're gonna do coffee with me. You gotta use my colors. So I made them do it all custom, and they've been super easy to work with. What was your favorite Hearthstone deck and why was it Secret Mage? I hate the fact that you are forcing me to answer a Hearthstone question. My favorite Hearthstone deck is, of course, Quest Mage. And I was the best Quest Mage player in Hearthstone. That's one thing I'm proud of when it comes to my Hearthstone career is that nobody played Quest Mage better than I did. And it was cool, like feeling like this was my deck, you know. Other people can play it, but they can't play it as well. And I'm known for this deck. It's like a one trick in League of Legends, I suppose. What money advice you wish you know sooner? I don't know. I'm pretty bad with money. So don't ask me. But my policy is always like, yeah, you can do investment, you can do savings. But the best way to save money is to just make more money. Like my accountant would tell me like, oh, you should start a 401k. Oh, you should start an LLC in this state because the taxes are lower. And I'm thinking like, the amount of time and effort it takes for me to do all this, I'd rather just go make another Among Us video. I'd rather just do another stream and farm some more subs. Like, I don't think in the smart sense. I think in a very like caveman sense. Like, want more money? Go make more money. Not like maximize interest, return ratios, whatever. That's foreign to me. So my money advice is, hey, you want more money? Go make more money. Do you allow fans to use your content on YouTube or other platforms with any rules or guidelines. Don't edit unedited um, videos, especially like if you upload an 8-minute game of me playing Among Us and you didn't even edit it at all, I'm gonna have a problem with that because you're just stealing content. Like, I'm a big supporter of people putting in effort and trying to be like add meaningful contribution. Like a monkey, a robot can rip my VODs and upload on YouTube. I can code someone to do that. Like, I can code a program to do that. Right? It's kind of parasitic. But if you add your own voiceover, if you add like, if it's like a highlight reel, and there's a lot of highlight reel of me doing stuff on YouTube, I don't have a problem with those. I only have a problem if it's like, yeah, my channel is 100% ripped DisguisedToast VODs. And if you do that, and I find out, chances are I'm gonna claim one of the videos. What about Shrek resonates the most with you? Now we're getting to the good questions. These are the questions I've been waiting for. Don't judge a book by its cover, because, you know, on the outside Shrek looks kind of mean and aggressive, but on the inside he just pushes people away because everyone just thinks he's this big dumb ogre without feelings. And it's also a very funny movie. Shrek 2 is better than Shrek 1 though. The soundtrack's a banger. Favorite scene of the entire Shrek series is when Shrek and Donkey are racing back to the castle to stop Princess Fiona from kissing Prince Charming while the fairy godmother is jamming out singing I Need a Hero. Best scene in the entire movie industry, I would even say. Have any of your friends tried your new coffee yet? You know, that's a good question. I should ask them. And if they say no, I'm gonna say you're a fake friend. Just getting coffee. Have a nice day. Well, thank you, Jason. That's very kind of you. What movie growing up had the biggest mental and psychological impact? I kind of watched a lot of Disney movie when I grew up and a lot of anime. So I had this idea of like, oh, you gotta be a good person. You gotta behave like you're a shonen protagonist. You gotta be pure of heart. And like you can get a lot of positive lessons from stuff like that, but I think you go too overboard with it, because I have met people in this day and age, they're like, oh, you drink, and they kind of judge you for it. And I realized that I used to be like that. When you make people feel judged for, you know, drinking or doing weed or whatever their vices are, it's kind of, you know, it's not very nice. Even though you don't really agree with it. So I don't know if there's a specific movie, but definitely watching anime growing up made me feel like I should behave like a good person, right? Anime gave me my moral compass. So that's the biggest impact pop culture has had on me. It's like my moral compass needs to be like Goku from Dragon Ball Z or Naruto from Naruto. Yeah. All right, some questions from chat. Do you prefer the new format of Sussy Sundays or the old Among Us days? I mean, they're both kind of different. Because the old Among Us day we can play just because it was brand new. Like, I do wish we can have that old Among Us feeling forever. Because that was the best feeling of gaming I've had in my streaming career, I think. Of doing 10-hour streams with my friends and have it be over in a snap. Like, we would play like Among Us, and then when I look at the time, it would be like, oh my god, it's been 10 hours. See you guys tomorrow, same time for another 10 hours Among Us stream. But, you just figure things out, and it gets old, like with everything in life. But this new format we have is a good way to make sure none of us burn out. I'm going away soon for work and won't be able to fill my time with games. Any music or podcast you want to spill for me from GigaChat? Hi, GigaChat. Well, this might be an unethical pro tip, but I like to copy an entire ebook like Harry Potter and paste it into a Word document so that I could look like I'm working on an important file, but the whole time I'm actually reading Harry Potter. I did that. And it's easier for me because I pasted it in my coding environment, so it looked like code. And my manager was this boomer 60-year-old lady. So she would walk by and I would still just be reading Harry Potter and she had no idea. That was really cool. I mean, it was a government job. So. And also, I already finished my work like a week ago. And I'm not about to go, hey, can I have more work? So to answer your question, read Harry Potter at work. How are you doing, streamer man? I'm good, thank you for asking. Great question. I'm doing good. I feel like I'm getting old though, because I don't think I can't remember having wrinkles on my forehead. Like, I swear to God, this must be a recent thing. Do you guys remember me having wrinkles on my forehead? Did I always have? This isn't normal, right? People don't have wrinkles on foreheads. I bet there are people in chat right now going like this, trying to figure out if they have forehead wrinkles. What is your ultimate goal in life and in streaming? In streaming, short-term goal is to hit 100K viewers doing a big event. And I have a couple in the works that has a good chance. Not guaranteed though. Like my Rust event, I think I hit how much? 40, 30 or 40? But that's not really the same because that was drops. But I'm going to try and do events, and because they're gonna be big-ish, it takes a long time. So that's the short-term goal. 60K? Oh, there you go. 60% of the way there. Long-term life goal is to change the world for the better, which I know is very open. Like, what do you mean? Can you be specific? No, I can't. I don't know how it's gonna happen. But I want to be recognized in the streets so often that I can no longer walk in any public space. That's the best way I would describe it. Oh, long ass question. How often do you trust your peers or go to your peers for advice when it comes to judging someone's character? Do you trust your own gut or do you trust people close to you that have been trustworthy and given good advice? I trust my own gut every single time. There has been. Oh, let me tell you. A lot of times, I always say like, "Yo, I don't like this person," and inevitably, someone's always gonna say like, "Why? They're super nice. I like them. They've been nothing but nice to me." And in the back of my head, I'm like, "Yo, this guy is sus. He's fucking sus." So I tend to trust. I'm definitely the harshest and most judgmental one in the group, but for good reasons. I think people are just more tolerant and forgiving, especially when it's their friends, and I'm the same way too. Like once I get to know the person, I kind of like ease up on it, but I'm very aware of everyone's skeletons in the closet, and I think it says a lot about their character. Like, we're gonna have this party, like, in a few months, just like a friend's party, and I was looking at the guest list, and I'm like, fuck this guy, fuck this guy, fuck this guy, fuck this guy, and fuck this guy. I don't like them. But the other people are like, yo, what's wrong with them? They've always been chill. And I would never be like, don't invite them. Kick them out. They're all gonna be invited to the party. Because I'm not gonna be like, yo, this I need you guys to listen to me. Because it's never for like a solid reason. It's just like, yo, this guy is triggering my seismometer. And honestly, some of them, I swear to God, will be canceled within the next year. But I can't say anything because it's like, what am I gonna say? It's like, yo, this guy. Hey, everyone in public. I think blank and blank is gonna be canceled because I heard some sus ass thing about them. And it's like, well, it's not really my place to say it. Or it might not come true, and it might ruin their reputation for no reason. But I had that thought when I think about it, like when I think about this, like, yo, I know some of you guys are friends with this person, but man, he's gonna get canceled, bro, and I don't wanna be involved, right? It's like, look, I know it's not my place to go start a witch hunt, but can I not be in their vicinity? Because if it does happen, I don't want people going like, yo, I saw Toast and this guy hanging out at this place, right? Yeah, so I trust my own gut. All right, we're gonna wrap up here. Last 3 questions. That's why I don't like streamer relationship culture, because on Twitter, people are always like, when someone's popping off, when someone has clout, people are going to be like, hey, bestie, hey, when we gonna do that thing again? Yo, I sent you a DM. And then when one of them gets canceled, suddenly, oh, apparently they're not besties. They didn't even know each other. I don't like it. I hate it. I hate it when people try and portray that they have some deeper friendship with another content creator when in reality they're just very surface level. And then when one of them gets into real shit, the other person's like, oh no, it was I actually didn't know them. Like that's why I don't like people doing it to me. That's why I hate it when people call me bestie. It's like we don't have that relationship, right? And I don't want people thinking we have that relationship because being my friend is very important. And it's a lot of work to be friends with people, like to be actual friends with people, because it's like I don't like to just, hey, you'll reply to my tweet. Every time I tweet, I'll reply to your tweet every time you tweet. Like I don't like that, right? So yeah. Like most of the friends I'm like really close with, I pretty much never interact with on social media. How much sleep would you say it's necessary per night? 8. When are you going to settle down? I don't think I'll ever settle down. I'm a bit of a workaholic. Who is the funniest streamer to collab with? Okay, this is a trap question because anyone I don't say is gonna be like, oh, Toast hates this person because he didn't say his name. But I don't know. No, if I say one name, it's gonna feel great for that one person, and then everyone's gonna be like, you motherfucker. You don't like playing with me? How do I answer this? No, if I ever say any names, it's just I do have like a tier list of people that are fun to interact with. How do I answer this? I secretly have an Among Us invite tier list. And I go down the tier list. And if someone can't make it, I go down the tier list even further. What do I like? I mean, I like everyone. Bro, the people I play with the most are the people I like playing with the most. Go figure it out. But I'll give one special shout out to a recent person I've been playing with, Tarek. He's really cool to play with, really chill dude. And it's really random because I just randomly got grouped with him for Fortnite. And I'll be honest, I was expecting him to carry because he's like Radiant in Valorant. I did more damage than him during the Fortnite tournament. But that's what makes him great, right? He's just a chill, funny guy, He's really good at Valorant. And I think my favorite thing about him is he doesn't take things too seriously. I don't like streamers that takes things seriously, but he's like the completely opposite. Like he'll meme on himself, he'll meme on others, and yeah, there's a back and forth. So nice guy. All right, chat. That's all the questions, and that's gonna do it for the Q&A session today. Brought to you by Madrinas, because normally I would never talk to you, chat, but since Madrinas has asked me so nicely, I did it. So, chat, go ahead and say thank you, Madrinas, for making a streamer interact with chat. Reminder that you can get my custom French toast gourmet coffee flavor over at madrinas.coffee or madrinas.com and use code TOAST today for 30% off. Thank you. All right. Back to doing more anime quizzes. What other quizzes are there? Because I feel like we've done a lot of the intro quizzes. Guess the 2000 songs. Bro, some people here won't even